Yo guys, this is Jared, aka the SAINTofSINS on PSN, returning you to the online diamond on MLB 13, the show, for another matchup against Grant, featuring the Milwaukee Brewers at PNC Park to face off against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Dueling on the mound will be Yovani Gallardo and Francisco Liriano. The 2013 season was a wild one with a lot of ups and downs for both of these teams, making this for a really interesting matchup as Nori opens the game with a base hit beyond the reach of Clint Barmes. This is suddenly giving me war flashbacks to my last matchup with Grant. He opens up with getting the speedy leadoff man on, bunts them over into scoring position, and then leaves me having to face off against his best hitter in the lineup with an RBI opportunity. Grant loves to start fast and push the scoreboard early on, but a huge call third strike sits Ryan Braun down to silence the threat, as I would get Aramis Ramirez to ground out softly to third to end the top half of the inning. Pirates to bat as Starlin Marte will get the first look at Gallardo, and the same issues from the previous game will be at question here as Grant's location seemed to be spotty. A huge mistake first pitch should have been taken advantage of, but I failed to pull the trigger. Sadly, my reads are way off the mark as Marte will have to beat out the throw to first on a drop third strike for the first out of the inning. So far, I'm going to have to fight the urge to free swing over the top of that curve. But screw patience right now as Neil Walker rips the first pitch he sees past the outstretched Gene Segura to find the gap. The Pirates second baseman can cruise on into second without a throw. Who needs to get the leadoff man on, bunt him over into scoring position to set up an RBI opportunity for their best hitter in the lineup? Not this guy, that's who. Now a chance to break open this game as Andrew McCutchen swings over the top of that curveball to fall into the hole. The 1-2 pitch is fought off and we'll have to do the payoff once more. Gallardo sets and deals. McCutchen lays off the pitch, but it's a generous call third strike that'll ring up the 2013 National League MVP. Seems the ump is already going to be generous in stretching the zone out for Grant, as that was a questionable call. Still an RBI opportunity for the lefty slugging first baseman as Garrett Jones drives this one deep to center field. Gomez tracking at the warning track, and he will have plenty of room to put this away for the final out of the inning. Rally dead. A wasted opportunity there to break open this game as Liriano will take to the mound without any run support. The 1-0 pitch to Lucroy is punched the opposite way deep to right center field. That'll rattle up against the wall. McCutchen will field it clean and launch throw off line of the cutoff man, but it's pulled in safely to prevent the runner from advancing a base. A huge leadoff double for the Brewers that got even better after a Gomez sac bunt moved the runner over for Alex Gonzalez, who launches the first pitch he sees to left field. Marte sizing it up and Lucroy looks to tag up. The catch is made and Starlin fires home. The throw is on the line, but Martin fields it off the short hop and won't be able to place the tag. Brewers break the ice and go up a run. Now the Pirates will be playing catch up as we head into the home half of the second. After a harsh ground up to the shortstop to retire Pedro Alvarez, Jose Tabata down in the count, and he'll line this 12-6 curve to Segura on the run. Double clutch and throws. Not in time, and Tabata will have an infield single. Russell Martin now steps in for his first plate appearance of the game with a runner on, and the Pirates look to rally immediately. Behind in the count, and Tabata will get the green light to go. An uncontested stolen base as Martin draws the count even. The Pirates in better position to strike as Martin works the count full. 3-2 pitch is stroked the other way on a loud liner to right. Aoki on the run, and he'll clasp it and fire off to third to prevent the runner from advancing. Though the throw was off the line and Tabata has good wheels that likely could have beaten that, in the end it won't matter thanks to Clint Barmes softly tapping one back to the pitcher to end the inning. Another wasted rally comes to a conclusion thanks to a loud out that could have opened up the Pirates' offense. Top of the third, and after a quiet out recorded against Gallardo, Aoki will reach on a base hit to right field on an 0-2 slider that hung in the zone. The speedy runner will get the green light on the first pitch to Weeks, but a money throw from Martin will gun him down before ending the inning on a ground ball to Alvarez for the 5-3 putout. Home half of the third, and Liriano will begin the inning as he's hacking away, fighting off some tough pitches. The aggressive approach will only pull 4 pitches out of the opposing pitcher as a slider down and in will get Francisco swinging over the top of it for the first out of the inning. That was a nasty slider with some great break on it. Had me confused. That's one I'll have to remember for later on, but shamefully Grant pulls away from that pitch as Starlin Marte will lift this pitch deep to right field. Aoki to the track, wall, gone! And on that stroke, this game is knotted up. Looks like the Pirates are starting to square up better as Neil Walker will knock a hard chopper up the middle with some solid 0-2 hitting. The base knock to follow up the solo blast brings Andrew McCutchen to the plate, and he'll continue the third inning hit parade with a frozen rope to right field. Another RBI opportunity for Garrett Jones, who was just about 12 feet shy of a 2-run blast to dead center back in the first. The 0-1 pitch is floated to left, and Braun will put it away easily to keep the runners where they are. This rally could die right here, but so far, the power-slugging third baseman is working the count as Gallardo falls behind. 3-0 pitch is swung on, but Gallardo will snag that comebacker out of the air and make the easy throw to first to end the inning, killing the threat after surrendering 3 straight hits that result in only a single earned run. A Ryan Braun single would lead off the top of the 4th, and despite falling behind in the count early to Aramis, Liriano would get 2 quick strikes before missing wide to fill it up. The payoff is just below the knees and called for a ball, and now the Pirates are in danger. First pitch swinging is Lucroy, and this is a slow roller that Bombers will have to play on the run. The Brew Crew avoids the double play ball and advances the runners a base for Carlos Gomez. This is a dangerous spot as the slow grounder to short will drive in the run, giving Milwaukee the lead back. 2-out hitting here will be the difference between a 1-run game and an insurance run coming across as Alex Gonzalez yanks another one to left field. This one dropping just in front of Marte, and the Brewers can put up a crooked number for the inning. This inning started off rough, but composure will be key here to escaping this jam. The location seems off as Liriano stumbles to record this final out to avoid this lead from becoming too great for the team's grasp. Another 2-out base knock to right from Gallardo, and Gonzalez is being waved home. The throw from Tabata is going to be off the mark and behind the runner, and the Brewers now have a 3-run lead as Francisco continues to bid for a chance to get out of this inning alive. Aoki with a sharp grounder to Walker, and that'll wrap up the inning finally. The Pirates will go down quietly in the home half of the 4th, jumping us straight into the top of the 5th. More Brewers offense as Ryan Braun launches this ball deep to center field. McCutchen will give it chase. At the wall, leaps, and that'll bounce away from him as the 2007 Rookie of the Year cruises into second with a stand-up double that only further places Francisco into jeopardy. Pitching around this offense has been a task, but hitting location has been Liriano's issue here more so than for Gallardo. Despite 2 quick strikes, Ramirez once again worked the count full but would only move the runner over on a ground ball to second. With the runner 90 feet away from scoring another run, Jonathan Lucroy will just tack on 2 as this one is obliterated deep to center field. 6-1 Brewers lead as Francisco gets Gomez to weakly inside out 1 that Jones will field on the 1-hop. The throw narrowly beats the speedy outfielder to the bag by a foot's length, but the damage is already done. An out-and-out disastrous performance from the lefty Bucco pitcher as Marte's bomb to center field is flagged down at the warning track for the 2nd out of the inning. The Bucs have had their opportunities, but poor hitting with runners on has been a theme of this game as Neil Walker keeps the inning alive for Andrew McCutchen to get in a plate appearance this inning. Staying aggressive at the plate won't result in another squeaker past the infield as Segura flips to Weeks for the force on that fielder's choice. Justin Wilson will take to the mound as he's tasked with maintaining this margin to prevent any further bleeding. Narrowly missing the zone a few times, Alex Gonzalez will rip one past Barmes to lead off the inning, and the Brewers look locked in on anything coming out of a left-handed pitcher. The Brewers would remain aggressive at the plate as Segura would fly out on the first pitch of the at-bat, followed by Gallardo hacking away until he was behind in the count. He ground out to move the runner over, putting the Bucs in the familiar situation of defending against 2-out hitting rallies, but Aoki would once more strand a runner by grounding out to Walker to end the inning. Twilight is beginning to fall in Pittsburgh as the opportunities to tie or take this lead away from Cream City are getting smaller and tighter. Gallardo has been rolling, his only blemish coming from a solo blast by Marte in the 3rd. Leading off, Garrett Jones will blast this deep into the right field corner, but Aoki will get to it quickly, stranding the runner at first with a loud and long single. A chance for life once more, but Pedro Alvarez will sky this foul out behind the plate, placing further pressure on the bottom of the order to rally through. Jose Tabata with an aggressive approach will hit this fastball back up the middle, but Segura will snag it, tag up, and fire to first for the 6-3 double play to end the inning and quiet this home crowd once more. Brewers just cruising now as Alvarez can't hang on to the hard liner that catches him on the in-between hop, and the leadoff man is on. Braun with a hard hit grounder, Barmes fields, 6-4-3 double play. And with that, the error is erased and the damage neutralized. Oh, but this Brewers offense does not go down quietly as Aramis Ramirez punches one in the hole between third and short to keep this inning alive. Lucroy with a grounder to third. Alvarez matadors it, fires and collects the out at first to end the inning, and the lead remains at 5. 6-1 Brewers as we stretch it out. Cracking Gallardo has been a challenge as the Bucs have only managed to tag him for 1 run on 7 hits in 6 innings of work. Regardless of the approach, the team just hasn't been able to hit well with runners on. Leading off, Russell Martin sitting on the even count will rip this 2-2 slider to center field that'll fall in the gap for a base hit. Gomez to field as Martin rounds first. The relay is over the cutoff man and Martin will slide into second safely. A chance to rally now, and the Pirates will need to come away with a multiple run inning here to narrow this gap quickly. Fighting to stay alive, Barmes grounds this up the middle, but Weeks can get to it. On the run, Weeks jumps, turns and fires. The throw is off the bag and runners now sit on the corners. That's ruled an E4, though that's a tough call to make. That really could have gone either way as Justin Watson lines the 0-2 pitch into center and Martin will score with ease. A risky move to keep the pitcher in the game to bat for himself in that spot as a soft grounder easily could have turned into 2 outs and the death of this rally. After the RBI, Gallardo's day would be done as Brandon Kinsler comes on and records the first out against Marte on a soft liner to second. Neil Walker would then ground out on a fielder's choice, but McCutchen would end the inning sky in the 6th pitch by Kinsler back to the pitcher off the mound. Pirates strike for 1, and with a quiet 1-2-3 inning in the top of the 8th, we return to some more Buccos offense as Garrett Jones leads off the inning with a hard-struck grounder to second that Weeks couldn't come up with. The scorekeeper will rule that an infield single. Runner on for the power-slugging Alvarez, who swings over the top of a pitch in on the hands. Gonzalez tags up at first, but his throw to second will be too late. The double play avoided, but Pitt can't afford to give up more empty outs. And after a 3-0 single surrender to Tabata, the Brewers would turn to Mike Gonzalez to take over for the remainder of the inning. The pitch from Gonzalez. The hit and run is on, but Martin jerks it foul. A grounder towards third, under the glove of Ramirez, but Segura picks it up on the run. He'll put that throw in his back pocket. An RBI single for Russell Martin cuts the lead in half. A chance for the Pirates to finally get back into this game as Gonzalez deals the 2-2, and Barmes will sky this fly ball deep the opposite way. Aoki will size it up, and he'll come up firing to third. Tabata will tag. The throw to third is just off the mark, and now the Bucs will have runners on the corners with 2 outs for the pinch hitter, Brandon Inge, who launches this ball deep to left field, but Braun will grab it with ease on the run, and that will silence this rally. Into the 9th, 6-3 Brewers as Jared Hughes takes to the mound. He'll face off against the pinch hitter Logan Schaefer, who takes a called third strike at the letters. A good start out of the pen for Hughes, but this offense is a hard one to keep quiet as Aoki collects his 3rd hit of the game, a 1-out single line to center. Another steal attempt by Nori would be unsuccessful thanks to an accurate throw by Martin on the pitch out. Weeks cracks this grounder up the first base line that gets behind Jones. That'll be his 1st hit of the ball game, and the Brewers are still threatening once more to pile on since their 2-run 5th. Another plate appearance for Braun, who rips this pitch back towards the mound. That's now Cream City's 15th hit of the ball game. More 2-out hitting for the Brewers as Aramis Ramirez steps in for his 4th at bat. This rip to left is caught on the run as Marte snagged it off his shoe tops. Final chance for Romance as Marte cracks the first pitch he sees off John Axford deep to right center. That'll bounce off the wall for a double. This will require some big time at bats from the Bucs, but a generous called strike on the outside forces Walker to protect the plate as he goes down swinging. A ground ball from Kutch moves the runner over, but that's not going to be enough. Garrett Jones will need to reach in order to keep this game alive as he's first pitch swinging and knocks this ball the opposite way deep to left. Back to the warning track, and Braun will have room to put this away to end the game on a loud out. Too little and certainly not enough. A really rough loss as my locations were suspect and Liriano just struggled with his command. Your player of the game is going to be Jonathan Lucroy, who had a big day going 2 for 4 with 2 runs and 2 RBIs. He sealed this win for the Brewers back in the 5th with a 2-run blast. Just a fantastic battle against Grant in which I fell too far into a hole halfway through the game and just never recovered from. That'll do it for me. I'll see you guys around. Peace. Bye.